Hey, I'm Grant and welcome to the State of the Channel for June 11th. So, I guess the main thing I did this week was just a ton of JavaScript. I have my React.js training I'm going to Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's mainly UI stuff, but I feel like that's the main thing I'm looking forward to get over, and then I'm going to fully transition back into Ruby on Rails. The JavaScript stuff is very stressful, but I'm pretty much done with it now because I was doing it in prep for the React.js. And I just have, I think, 2 more chapters, and then I feel like I'll have a really good, solid start and understanding of that, and then we'll go back to Ruby on Rails, which is, it's going to be a whole thing to like resurrect that because I haven't touched it. And not that it's bad, but if you've ever to like just put a project down, especially like coding, I just have to sit down and remember, how do I recompile this? Because the book's just going to assume I still know that because the book doesn't know I didn't touch it for a month. So that's kind of what I'm tackling. I'm still trying to keep up with the podcast and the OSR's videos. I'm not sure. I really love the podcast. It's a lot of fun to do. I'm trying to get better at scheduling it ahead. I think I'm going to be I'll film it this Sunday. I'll film the most recent one. And as for the OSR stuff, that's always meant to be super simple and easy. I use it to experiment with different styles. So if you saw the last one that came out, I guess it would be second to last, where I just talked about bosses giving XP. I got a great comment on that. It says you put too much effort into these, which I think is true in a way. I totally agree. Like, why would you need to have this much effort for what's basically a discussion video? Like, any other YouTuber would just put like B-roll footage over the background so they can talk and there's just something. And the point is not that I don't do it to just make OSR's videos. I also do it to practice stuff. So in that one, a lot of things I wanted to look at was using text on screen and outlining in black, seeing how that actually looked when I uploaded the video. Because in the past, I would use like a shadow effect to get that, whereas now I have an actual outline. And that came out pretty nice, as well as the idea of just, here's my source B-roll footage, which I was just killing Vorkath in there. And then doing stuff like, okay, I want to put some numbers on the screen. Let me fade this blur effect in and then see how that looks. Like, is that too jarring? Should I not have it at all? I don't know. But it actually came out really nice. So it looks like it's a nice transition while still hiding all the action on the screen that I don't want while I'm doing stuff like putting up numbers for a talking point or something like that. As well as I also just kind of wanted to approach this as edited a little bit more almost like professionally, I guess, where I just have like a bin of clips and I kind of put them up as they are relevant instead of, say, just putting up whatever footage or just putting up something that doesn't relate or just, I guess, heavily planning out everything. Like, it's not a scripted video. I wanted to say, like, let me just start collecting clips that I find interesting and relevant. So, like, in that one, I was like, here's just a clip of me going through, like, the Slayer requirements. Here's just a clip of me killing Vorkath. Here's just a clip of me doing Nightmare Zone. Let me edit those in and see if I can make it feel natural, even though I didn't shoot these clips for any particular purpose. I definitely want to do that. I want to look into doing more like actual editing. I don't know, maybe somewhere down the line, I wouldn't mind like dedicating a Saturday to just having a second job to just edit, like take off freelance stuff. It would never be something I would do seriously as a career because I really like my career now, but it'd be kind of a nice way to get more of a professional effect going. Or I guess practice and review and all that. It'd be kind of neat. And I really like the idea of just watching a movie and maybe trying to cut a trailer out of it. Just like practicing stuff like that. Because I think that's something where it's a good example of stuff that doesn't grow my channel. Like, I can't put it up here. I can't really monetize it. I can't do anything with it. But developing those skills is what I would think lets me do more than just a one-off, like, one-trick pony channel. So I look at something like, let's say the OSR stuff gets huge, like that, for whatever reason. At the end of the day, I would kind of hate that I had a channel where the only thing I knew how to do was this OSR stuff. That I couldn't do live action. I couldn't do like a collaboration with someone else, and I couldn't like share that with people in like my own life. Whereas by doing these other projects, sure, I don't have any one big thing, but I'm able to do stuff like, hey, I want to do a podcast. That's cool. Or I remember I just would do one-off videos I still find interesting. Like, I made this silly little GIF meme thing for my work that all it was is the scene from the first Star Wars where they blow up Princess Leia's planet Alderaan, and it was just something simple. It's a funny joke, super specific, but it's cool that I can make that stuff because it's, I don't know, it adds value. It's something special. So I like being able to do stuff like that, and I'd like to continue that path, even if I don't quite yet know what I want to end up with it. Otherwise, this week's podcast is coming out. I'm still doing the OSR stuff. I'm really trying to get that ahead of schedule. That's why I think the next transition I want to do is, right now I do it one a week, but I actually have some stuff I'm kind of excited to try and do, and I want to sit down like on a Saturday, make like 4, and have it done for the month, and then I just kind of have stuff for release, as well as try more stuff. Like right now, it's very much just like a talking point, I guess, video. I just call them discussion videos. But that playlist on the Rune, that show is meant to be a bunch of different things. So I want to try something where I'm just going to go try and PK for 2 hours, and I'm just going to kind of edit that down and see what's interesting. Or I'm just going to go do a quest and talk about my first impressions of it. Or I'm just going to put out a video and say, here's my account, here's kind of what it is, any advice. Just like a little like one-off stuff. Something that even if you like one style video, maybe this other thing might be more interesting. So I'd like to try that to keep kind of rolling that, and it'd be easier if I can do it all at once instead of having to like constantly switch contexts to say, okay, that's right, it's Friday, I need to quickly squeeze out that video. I don't want that, so. But as always, you can get hold of me on Twitter. It's at taken4grandD, or my email, it's grant@taken4grandD.com, and I'll be back again next week.